Hey guys, Southeast Softwash. If you've ever heard snap, crackle, and pop and realized that it wasn't Rice Krispies, but it was instead an electrical outlet that you had inadvertently gotten some SH mixture into, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We've all been there. So today's topic, we're going to be talking about an important new tool. Got my little case here with a new tool in here, and it's a really neat device. Let me open the case and show you guys what we've got. So it's a big case, but it's kind of a small device. I'll go ahead and put the case down because it's probably going to fall at some point. But it's actually a very small little device here. And so what this does is, this is a Karen meter. So this little meter right here, it needs to be calibrated when you get one of these. I like the wireless ones. They're small and compact. They'll fit in a pocket, so when you're out on a job site, they're not real bulky. They're not getting in the way. So very cool device. Now, the reason the case is so big in comparison to the actual tool is the thing puts off quite a bit of radiation. So it has to be inside of a lead-lined case when you're not really using it. So you don't want to long-term keep it in a pocket, but keep the thing stored in the box. What this thing actually does is you load it in with these proprietary little gram meters here, and once those are loaded in, you lock it in place like that, and now it's ready to go. And you can calibrate it and tweak it for your area. Your location may be different than others. Once you get it all set up and programmed, this thing will beep and alert you when you're getting close to a Karen. So if you don't know what a Karen is, I'm going to kind of briefly explain. There's some distinguishing factors that will give away a Karen, and this will help you to calibrate your device. So when you're arriving on the job site, first thing I like to do is look at the vehicles that are in the driveway. Minivans, they're a telltale giveaway that there might be a Karen. Now, before I get too far in this video, let me say that not any one or two of these things I'm going to talk about are a dead giveaway that there's a Karen around. But the more that you have, you can kind of start grouping that data together, and you can kind of start, over time, you graph that out, and you can consider that reliable data. So the more of these things that you see on a particular job site, the higher the likelihood that you do have a Karen living there on that property. So number one is, I like to look at the vehicles because I can see that from the road. Minivans, that's definitely, that can get you one beep on the Karen box here. So as you approach the house itself, you know, whether you were contacted through email or phone, how did you get this contact to go out and do the quote? There can be some telltale things there as well, but when you're actually on the job site, look for those vehicles. Small SUVs, little small SUVs are also can mean something there. So look around and see if there's a bunch of soccer or softball gear, like things hanging on, you know, bat balls and gloves and stuff on the porches, decor that indicates that there might be a softball hobby in the family. Now, there's nothing wrong with soccer or softball or anything like that, but it's just, again, this is a data point. So look for that stuff. There are certain decals that may be on the vehicles that this is a small detail, but look for it. Anything that's involving essential oils or Mary Kay, those type things, that's a really strong, you know, you're walking around with this thing. You guys remember Egon from Ghostbusters 1 when they're in the library at the very beginning of the movie, and they're going down the shelves, and he's got his PKE meter and he's sweeping that thing. Well, that's basically what this does. So if you start picking up, right, so it will go off for that, essential oils especially. If you're speaking to someone and you think they may be a Karen, you're not sure, you can bring up some topics which can give you some more data. So vaccines, if they figure out a way, and right now is a good time to do this because of the COVID thing, figure out a way to work the word vaccine into the conversation and watch them as you say that word. If they twitch or flinch, that's a giveaway that's probably a Karen, and then you're also going to get a beep on your box. The haircut, of course, that is a obvious one. That's a biggie, the classic haircut. So if they've got that short bob haircut, and an Apple Watch on, those two together, that's most likely going to be a level 1 or a level 2 Karen. So be really careful right there, guys. Complaints, again, you're having a conversation with this person. If they start complaining about the last contractor, that's a really strong indication that we may be dealing with, something like a level 2 or 3 Karen. So again, not any one of these things in particular, because the previous contractor could have been garbage. But when we start stacking these data clusters together, we start to paint a picture of a Karen. So if you're looking in the windows, you're walking around the house, if you can see into the building and all, look for, and this is going to be hard to find. Let's say you're go into the house for some reason, maybe you're doing interior window cleaning. Look around. If they've got books and magazines and things laying around, try to see if you can find a 50 Shades of Grey book. If you see that, you need to get out of that house immediately, guys. You need to evacuate. I would suggest to drop your tools and get in the truck right then and there, because that is probably, a very severe level 4 Karen. So again, you can't base it off of that one, but that's a sketchy one. So another thing to work in your conversation, pull your smartphone out and say something like, yeah, I really like my new phone here, especially since I got that 5G. And then look and see what she does, because if she freaks out like that, then that is a telltale sign of a Karen. They strongly hate whatever the newest network is. They have a real affront to that. So throw out that 5G and kind of see how they react. And like I've kind of alluded to, there's levels of Karens. So if you guys have watched Dragon Ball Z, I'm a 90s kid. I'm born in late 86, so grew up in the 90s. You got Super Saiyan, 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up. So there's different levels of Karen. Now, the haircut doesn't change, but it does get bigger. So watch out for that. There's more volume. Same style, more volume. So you see one in the wild. Listen, guys, you got to be very careful. I highly suggest that you get one of these and calibrate it so that you can try to save yourself some troubles. Especially for the service industry, guys, we're very susceptible to issues with Karen. So I hope that helps. Those are some quick tips. Calibrate your Karen meter and go out and make money and steer clear as much as you can of the Karens. Hope you guys have a successful week. We'll check in with you later. See you.